So today we're talking about something that every podcaster very likely goes through but doesn't like to admit, and that is imposter syndrome. What it sounds like, it's really quiet. It sounds more like other people know more than I do, or I need to learn just a little bit more first before I launch that first episode, or even why would anyone listen to me? Those are some of the questions we ask ourselves when we are going through imposter syndrome. And what happens is podcasting makes it even louder because we know that we're being heard, we're being seen, and we're front and center. There's no hiding behind a podcast. We're out there. And I don't know about you, but with my personality and being an ambivert, with a majority of my personality being introverted most of the time, it feels really exposing when I'm just putting myself out there like this. But I just want to encourage you, for those of us who are introverts, ambiverts, and even those of you who are extroverts, but feeling a little bit of that imposter syndrome of what if someone else knows a bit more than I do? Who am I to put my information, my expertise out here on the table when there's so many other people that can do maybe far better than me? I want to encourage you to do the work and to get started. This is definitely something that you can do. So let's talk about imposter syndrome. One of the things I've learned over the years in working with a lot of different podcasters is that imposter syndrome never goes away fully and completely. Even after many, many years of doing this, there's always going to be the someone and the something that is just screaming, it has more information, it knows more, and who are we to put ourselves out here like this? And so we're constantly having to battle that. And so I'm never in a place where I feel like I've arrived just because it's been 2 decades. It doesn't mean that I'm a guru. It doesn't mean that I know everything there is to know about podcasting or any other subject for that matter. I'm learning. I might know a little bit more than others, but I'm still learning. And there are others who know more than I do. So this is a journey. And I want you to think about yourself in that way as you're presenting your topic to your audience, whatever that topic is. You don't have to feel as though you need to be an expert before you arrive on the scene to share your information about your podcast. So get out here and just do the work. That is really my main encouragement for this video today. The thing is that once you get started, confidence begins to come. It doesn't come before you start. Typically, you have to start, and then you'll find yourself getting better and easier and more confident with the work that you're doing, because you'll start to develop routines and tactics and habits, and you'll be trailblazing the way for yourself as you develop the routines and the habits that work for you. And before long, it becomes part of your routine. The rituals become the same week after week, month after month, and you've just pretty much forged a way for yourself to do this work. So really, with podcasting, it is about creating space in your life, space that works for you in your schedule, the way that you handle your life, and you fit that in. You fit podcasting in there. It doesn't become something that's this big and scary thing that, oh my goodness, every single week I have to figure out when I'm going to get into a studio. How much does it cost for me to pay for that studio space? And who am I going to interview? And how do I prepare for these interviews? And it doesn't have to have so much fear and trepidation that could come along with the idea of public speaking behind a mic. So that's the first thing. I just want to make sure that I'm helping to quelch any fears you may have about starting your show. This is about you talking to your audience, whether it's an audience of 1 or 100. A start is a start, and you have to start somewhere, and everybody starts with 1 listener. So don't be afraid to get out there and get started. One thing that's really important is to start with alignment. You know, I've talked about that on another video, which I will place a link to above so that you can check that video out when you get a moment. But aligning yourself with your audience and your content is 100% the first and foremost thing that you should be doing before you hit record. You want the topic that you're discussing on your show to resonate with you so much, and for you to be so passionate about it that you could talk about it all day. It shouldn't be something that doesn't spark an interest for you. So if you're passionate, if you have a calling, if you have a mission to share some good news that you want to talk about on your show, maybe you feel sort of like an evangelist of sorts for the topic that you've chosen, and you could totally talk about this all day long, or You feel like it would be great to have that rapport with someone else, like a guest on your show that helps to really expound the topic and bring out more information in the topic. In other words, if you are really feeling like you could explore that topic in depth and for a lengthy period of time, we're talking months and years down the road, then podcasting probably is something that you should definitely consider. And I think it's really great for those of us who are introspective people, who really are kind of journalistic in nature. We enjoy just learning about topics and exploring themes and ideas in depth. Podcasting is great for you if you're that kind of person, but also for solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, business owners. I think podcasting is such a great asset to have, to add on to your business, to be a part of that business ecosystem, to be the part of your brand that shows who you are and your humanity, to like share your topic with so much flavor and joy and passion, and to get really in depth with it. And it's just a medium that people are so willing to invest in nowadays. I mean, there was a time when blogging was a really big deal. And I remember having a blog for every brand that I created because it was something that my niche market at the time, which were mompreneurs and homeschool moms, they were consuming blog posts. They were reading these posts frequently and signing up for contests and trying to win a free curriculum and that kind of thing. So blogs were really big in that niche back when I was really focused on growing that blog in like 2013 or so. But now, with the tide having changed and shifted in our society and things having sped up a great deal, these short bits and short videos and reels, that kind of thing is more consumable, and it's like low-hanging fruit. And for those who want just a little bit more, they're going to want to reach for that podcast episode, and to have that available for your listener is superb. So you want to make sure that you're allowing your listener, your reader, your viewer to consume your content in a variety of ways. Maybe they don't feel like reading a blog post. Maybe they want a little bit more than that YouTube short or the Instagram reel or TikTok. So you provide the full video, the full 10, 20, 30 minute video on YouTube, or you provide that full 20, 30 minute audio podcast, and you're satisfying your customer. So I think podcasting is great for all of these reasons, and you can tell that I'm really passionate about the idea of using a podcast for your advantage as an entrepreneur. But I just want to reassure you that of all the things that I've discussed today, the most important thing is that you are in alignment with the content that you're creating. And this is going to help you inevitably be very, very confident. When you show up on your microphone, you're going to feel more confident in the information that you're providing because you love your topic. So start with a love for your topic and a love for your audience. And that is going to help to quench any of that imposter syndrome that you might be feeling. And in the next video, we're going to talk about why your content isn't just content, but in many ways, it's spiritual. So if you're interested in what that means and what I have to say about that, I invite you to stay tuned for the next video where I'll talk about why sharing your voice is a spiritual practice. And I'll see you on the next video.